Good evening and a warm welcome to Tuesday night's edition of Primetime News. I'm Selima Shimwe-Feleni. Leading the bulletin tonight, First Lady Monica Gengos has challenged Namibians to reject gendered insults aimed at restricting women to certain societal norms and expectations. Gengos, in a video message to commemorate International Women's Day on Monday, said the foundation of gendered insults is to put women in their place, adding that such insults are not just directed at individuals, but at women in general.
If they can't reduce your self-confidence by making you feel small, they'll try to reduce how people see you. I recently instituted a defamation lawsuit against this type of behavior, as I've decided that enough is enough. An interesting thing happens when you stand up for yourself, when you challenge. You'll be called a troublemaker, too aggressive, too unladylike. There are no limits to the insults that are thrown at women. All I can say for those of you who've been subjected to gendered insults is that you're in good company. These insults aren't directed at individuals. They are directed at women in general. After all, even the First Lady is a hoe. Even the First Lady is a Delilah. She's too emotional. She has no brains. A gold digger. That's how you women are. That's not how I am. I will not be silenced anymore. That's why I love that the International Women's Day theme is to choose to challenge. It sounds so simple. Power doesn't concede without a demand, and neither does patriarchy. It makes absolute sense to challenge any aspect of gender bias, as change doesn't come without challenge. I choose to challenge. I am challenging gendered insults this Women's Day because they aim to humiliate and reduce women into the restrictive box of societal norms and expectations. Today I'd like to challenge you. Next time you see a woman going through crude forms of abuse, remember this. It's not what they think about that individual woman. It's what they think about women and their place in society. Challenge it. By standing up for one woman, you stand up for all women. After all, silence does not protect us. It protects perpetrators.
Speaker of the National Assembly Peter Kachavivi said Commonwealth High Commissioners in Namibia are expected to plant trees in remembrance of Commonwealth Day. Kachavivi said this on Monday while marking the day alongside the British High Commissioner to Namibia, Charles Moore, when he noted that the planting of trees underscores the challenges of climate change confronting member countries.
I'll be joining him at the residence of United Kingdom, when the High Commissioner will be planting the tree. I want to be there to underscore the fact that this is something very, very important for Namibia. The whole question of climate change, Namibia being surrounded by a major desert, it's a country that is very much in the forefront of doing everything in our power to make sure that we promote the question of planting trees and making sure that we address particular issue relating to climate change.
The Directorate of Veterinary Services in the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform has lifted the restriction on movement of live cattle from the foot and mouth disease free zone area for direct slaughter. Chief Veterinarian in the Epidemiology, Import and Export Control Department, Dr. Emmanuel Hikufe, explained to the Namibia Press Agency on Tuesday the restriction was only lifted in the two Kavango regions, saying that direct slaughter takes place within 72 hours upon arrival and under supervision of veterinary services. This follows the foot and mouth disease outbreak last year in the Kavango East, Kavango West, Ohangwena, Oshikoto and Oshana regions. We'll be back shortly after the news roundup. Drought-stricken farmers in the Kunene region will receive a much-needed boost in the form of lucerne bales and food for both animals and people respectively, following various reports in the media on the devastating drought in the region that has forced farmers to relocate to greener pastures. The office of the Prime Minister recently availed lucerne bales, maize meal and meat from the Etosha National Park to the region, Kunene Regional Council Acting Chief Regional Officer Joseph Yanse said recently. Over the past 2 years, Kunene received low rainfall and as a result, drought drastically reduced farmers' livestock, Yanse noted in an interview with the Namibia Press Agency. Industrialization and Trade Minister Lucia Ipumbu has said there is a need for small and medium businesses in the Hardap region to diversify their business in various sectors. Ipumbu, who was speaking at a stakeholder engagement with the business community in the Hardap region at Marintal on Monday, said according to the small and medium enterprises certificates issued by her ministry, business activities in the region are constrained to a few sectors only. Sports news will follow shortly after the economics roundup. Paris Saint-Germain forward Neymar has been ruled out of Wednesday's Champions League last 16-second leg against Barcelona, the French side said. A Paris Saint-Germain statement today said the Brazilian, who left Barcelona for the League One side for a world record fee of €222 million in 2017, was continuing an individual recovery program from a thigh injury sustained last month. Neymar missed the first leg of the tie at the Camp Nou, but his absence barely affected his side, who romped to a 4-1 win thanks to a Kylian Mbappe hat-trick. We'll be back shortly. That's all the news we had for you tonight. Many thanks for tuning in. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe, like, share, and click on the notifications bell to stay up to date with the latest happenings locally and globally. From myself, Salima Shumefeleni, and the entire Nampa crew, it's good night.